Or they have people magically conjure it, I guess.
Hold on a second. Bear back.
Not to put more work on
Yeah, I guess whoever seems like they'd be more likely to know about it. We roll and do you have Speak with Dead prepared, Sasha, or is this something we'd have to do after?
You had a whole week to prepare it.
Let me double check.
I mean, yeah, we have just woken up actually, so
Oh, I did. Yeah, and I did. Yeah, we talked about that briefly. So
nice.
and we do have this guy's head.
We have the guy's head.
So creepy.
We didn't think of questions though.
Yes. Yeah, what questions do we have? We can do up to 5, but it can only be yes or no.
You know, Brad's going
Can it
to
only
do
be
that.
yes or no? Ah, I forgot about
Or
that
very
bit.
simple, like yeah.
That's ah. Okay. Yeah, there's no point asking, do you know about an underground city? You could just be like, yes.
End of
Like
story.
this,
Yeah.
yeah, like the scene in the fucking D&D movie.
Let me double check.
Brief, cryptic or repetitive.
Okay, yeah, it's just brief, cryptic, or repetitive. So
We get
Yeah,
5
so,
right? Yes.
mm, we could ask, like,
brief is
what
fine.
were you gonna do with the Pearl Heart, maybe?
Yeah.
But then he might just say they were gonna hold on to it. Would asking where... Oh god, what's Hiss's dad's name?
Shoot.
Lorman?
Lorman. Yeah. Lorman.
Oh man.
Lorman. I have too many notes.
Same. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. No, I see how you spell that. Oh, man. The bronze. There you go.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Hello.
Okay.
I don't know why I said it like that.
How did you say it?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm not from fucking Faulty Towers, Jesus.
That's alright. Alright, so you guys want to do a history check.
Yeah, based on
Alright, who's going to do
who...
it?
I mean, it would have to be Hiss, but I don't know if she would... Would you say this is something Hiss would even have the chance to know something about?
Sure. She likes to read books and stuff. Why not?
Yeah.
Alright, who has Hiss's sheet? Anybody?
I don't.
No one at the moment.
Yeah.
Who wants it?
I can do it. I've played her before.
Oh, that's the stuff, Sasha.
Here we go.
Hold on. I have too many characters I've made over the years. You might still have control of her.
Yeah, I've still got Hissick and Terrace sheets.
Let me do. I do. Hello, Hiss.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Because Roll20's taking forever to load it. Go ahead
No,
and
I
roll.
am having that same. There it goes.
Try to think if there's anything we can do to help.
God, her history's so high.
Still, it's not a great roll.
No.
3, huh?
Holy.
Well, Hiss knows, just in general, based on just the breadth of experience that she and you guys have had, even just as a crew, there are things that are happening in the world, even large-scale things, that you may not know about or have ever experienced. A good example of this is the Dreadwood. For thousands of years, that has plagued that part of the world. It's been run by basically an arch hag. But had you not been around that part of the world, you probably never would have known about it. And so there are places and things that are going on that are fairly large in scale. Cities that exist that you've never heard of, you've never seen. And it's not unreasonable to think that these things also exist not only above ground, but below ground. Is that where this place is? Hiss doesn't know. She's looking through, just kind of paging through her extensive reading history, but she had heard tales of underground fortresses and cities, but can't pick out a specific one.
Okay. Alright. Part 2 of the plan. Bring out the head.
What head?
Matrice the Red's head.
Oh.
We have been carrying it around like creeps.
You have been carrying it around like creeps.
Was it a skeletal head when we got it, or if we just had some rotting meat in the bag of holding?
No, it's skeletal. It was skeletal. When you found it, it had been all of the meat, muscle, skin, tissue, nerves, organs had been dissolved and consumed by the oobleck,
Gross.
leaving behind the skeleton alone.
Well, we've got that. We were starting to talk when you were gone for a second about questions to ask, but we hadn't fully decided on, was it 5 we get? Or is it 3?
Yeah.
5. I guess one question to ask would be, what is Lawnmower doing? What would he be doing with the Pearl Heart?
Yeah, I was thinking, like, where would Lorne Morn take the Pearl Heart if he was...
Yeah.
Like,
That's much better phrasing.
yeah, maybe. Is the Pearl Heart dangerous? I don't know.
Alright, so are you casting Speak with the Dead?
Yeah, we'll make sure we're definitely doing this in a private room.
Yeah.
And first we're gonna see if we see any eavesdroppers.
Yeah, I'll keep a lookout, like if we're doing it in a room that's got a window or porthole or something, I'll just keep an eye out
Sure.
there.
What room are you doing it in? You now have access
Oh yeah,
to
we have the...
We have a secret room, right?
You do have some secret rooms, and one of them's Hiss's. If I remember correctly, Hiss's room is down here, and she has a secret room attached.
Yeah,
her
we'll
room.
go to hers.
Okay, so Hiss... Who's all going down there? Hiss...
I guess
You
as
have-
captain, I'll make myself look busy,
Okay.
because I think he would, like, I'll look at... I'll waste time looking at maps. Looking
Okay.
like I'm deep in thought, consulting the maps, consulting the literature, plotting shit.
Okay. So you're on
Because he's
deck.
waiting for an answer. Yeah,
Yes,
he's
you're
waiting
on
for an
deck.
answer. It's an ascending spell.
So Hiss, we'll say Hiss, Vanya, and who else is going to go down into the secret room?
I don't think we all can. I mean, we all should, right? We got
It'd be a,
pretense of
it would be a tight fit, but
I think Tara will stay on deck as well.
okay.
Keep an eye on things. Look busy.
Okay. So, Vanya, downstairs, in the room, in the darkness of the secret room, you reach out, you light a small candle set into the wall, close the door behind you, and hiss, and you get down cross-legged on the ground. Pull the skull out of the bag of holding, put it down on the ground. You reach out and place your hand upon it. And you cast Speak with the Dead. You feel your essence being drawn into your connection to the magical realm, being pulled into the skull, and you hear the teeth vibrating. The jaw, the lower jawbone vibrating inside of where it connects to the top jaw, and it just it vibrates faster and faster and faster. And you watch as the jaw like opens and closes and starts working itself as if it's like had been stiff for 100 years.
Latrice, I'm sorry to disturb you like this. I'm here with Hiss. She's the adopted daughter of Lornmorn. I'm afraid we have some very important questions.
Lormorn. That fool.
Where would Lornmorn take the Pearl Heart if he felt he was in danger?
The fool talked of taking it, hiding it deep within a mountain. A fool's errand, perhaps even more dangerous than letting it fall into, well, the owner's hands. He knew of a place. A dungeon so vast, so deep. Were he to make it through and bury it deep within, the chances of it being refound were minimal. It's a fool's errand, though. He would never make it.
What mountain is this? Can you at least tell us that?
I cannot tell you where it is, because I do not know. However, I do know the name of a city, Subterranean. Skullport.
Skullport. Are there others apart from Aneka who would want this?
Of course. The ability to live forever is wanted by all, and a tool that provides that. It's wanted by everyone.
Skullport is? Would anyone know where Skullport is? One of your old colleagues, perhaps?
The only one he may have told. And you almost hear somehow a little bit of bitterness seep into his voice. It's been anger, sarcasm, disrespect. But there's some long-seated bitterness that kind of bleeds into his words. Sorn would know. He told her everything.
This might be too complicated for you to answer, but what made you fall out? I sense a certain degree of bitterness.
A woman. The same Sorn I spoke of earlier. She I loved, as did Lormorn. It was a difference I could not reconcile. And so I set off on my own adventures. Which is where you found me, I assume.
Indeed. That was 5, so.
Good luck.
Rest well. You've earned it.
And with that, the jawbone goes slack. And no more words do you hear.
That was a really wholesome Speak with Dead as far as Speak with Dead goes.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Where was Torn living? Let me find that in my notes.
So it was
Sorn.
Sorn or
S-
Tin.
So Sorn,
Is a beekeeper living outside of Greyhawk.
Nice.
If I recall.
That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
A woman after my own heart. Yeah, they're both in the area of Greyhawk.
Cool. I'm just gonna go up. And I guess look busy, try to like knot ropes or something next to Lucilla. And whisper this very carefully.
Right.
Yep. Skullport.
Have I heard of a place called Skullport? It's a pretty metal name. I feel like if you'd heard of that, you would remember.
You would It does sound like a rock band.
It does.
Yeah, everyone has long hair and is just thrashing around all the time.
That's right.
You have to pass wisdom saves or you get like drawn into mosh pits all the time.
Gosh, yeah.
You just can't resist. The music's too good.
I was thinking it would be full of chiropractors.
Yeah, there's definitely like a thriving chiropractic market there. Yeah, go ahead and roll a history check. Now that you have some new information, maybe to jog something loose in your memory.
question before we do
Go ahead.
this. Our ship came with charts, or no?
Yeah, I imagine you guys have maps and charts. Mm-hmm.
But I
Navigating
didn't
equipment.
know. Maybe if we scour the charts, it would help us as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got proficiency with navigator's tools, but yeah, I don't think that really helps. It's just a straight history.
Let me see here. Let me see. Did you roll a history?
No, just making sure that that's...
Yeah, just be straight history.
Fingers crossed.
And then
give me luck.
Hissig, if you wanted to look over maps and charts, you could.
Oh
do that as well.
no! This bad start.
I think it would not hurt for somebody to try to look at charts.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah. So why don't you start doing that? That's going to take some time to kind of pore over the Flanays map. But Lucilla, that's a big negative. You've never heard of a port, a school port.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'll help Hissik with the charts since I would know where they are. I've got navigator's tools for whatever good that does. I will help.
Okay, so while
If I
this is
can.
going on, you see a rowboat being put down from the Pale Prow, and a number of red or scarlet cloaked individuals piling into said boat, and they're rowing over to your boat.
Good. Great.
just what we needed.
Incoming.
Being babysat by vampires.
Not about
Great.
one.
Probably gonna ask for a destination.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did send me a sending spell to ask, but I haven't responded yet because I don't know what to tell him.
Hey, Captain Kirk didn't always open a channel either.
What was that?
Captain Kirk didn't always open a channel either.
Okay, so the boat rows
I'll
over.
put down a ladder for them. Be a good, I don't know, fellow ship.
Okay, yeah, so the boat rows up next to yours, and the ladder rolls out and clatters down near their boat. They don't use it. They climb up the side of your boat easily.
I'll awkwardly pull it back up.
You watch as a number of scarlet-cloaked, hooded figures with pale skin step over the side of your boat. One of them being Karis. There's 6 in total. Karis strides across the deck towards you, Lucilla, and stands in front of you, giving you a dismissive stare. And Neko would like to know where we're going.
Yeah. We're just consulting some charts over here.
You don't know.
We have some information about this place, but we don't know exactly where it is. So we may need to gather some more info. Have you heard of a place called Skullport?
supposed to be near a mountain. If that helps.
She looks over you as you speak. Vanya. Skullport. Hold on. I'm gonna see if she knows.
Come on, Karis. One of us has got to be smart. The brains have got to have gone somewhere.
I don't know if
y'all
it
did
would
not pay
necessarily be a
attention to
good
history
thing
class.
if she knew.
Yeah.
Be fine. We just gotta kill everyone on the way.
Critical 20. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Brad.
She got an 8.
I was- no, yeah, nah.
She looks and says, "It sounds like something straight out of a book. Or out of a liar's mind." She steps in close. "Brayden, I think you are a fool. A fraud. And for now, my hands are tied. But if I had my way..." And she kind of leans in close, bares her teeth, and lets a silent threat hang in the air. "Now, my lord wants a direction of travel. Where should I tell him that we are going?"
This is the first time you'll see Lucilla not really play the part of the blundering idiot, and she just stares right back. "We're going to Greyhawk. Is that alright with you?"
Roll an intimidation check, please.
Oh, it's not my strong suit. Oh my god!
+3 is not bad.
It's not, but look at it, Brad. Look at it. Look at the number. The sum total of my efforts.
I'm angry!
I'm so angry.
Bow before my authority! Or else! You lean in and say that. Nose to nose. And a slight smile curls up at the side of her lip. Oh. So he does have a little backbone. She leans in closer. Can't wait to break it. She waits a beat and turns away. "Come," she says to her crew, and they hop in. They go over the side of the ship, and you hear them walking down the side. She turns, she looks up at you. Side eye. And she turns once more, and you watch as she walks down the side of your ship. Not crawl, not climb, but walks. Gets down into the boat, and they row back over.
I'm going to go below decks. In a place without any windows. And stab a barrel or two. Like if there's a training dummy, it's getting eviscerated.
There
I'm
is a
fine with
training dummy. In
being
fact,
dummy, for sure.
There isn't one anymore. It's gone. It's been stabbed too much.
there's just straw all over the hold. Okay. Hisik, you're continuing to search. as you guys make way. You guys get the ship ready to go. The sails fill with a breeze, and you and the pale prow following close behind sail out of the harbor and out into the azure sea, north and slightly west towards Greyhawk. You spend the majority of the day. Hold on a second here. Alright, so you guys spend the majority of the first day with fair winds following behind, pushing your ship forward over glassy seas, northwest. The feeling of being out of the harbor and once again out of the oppressive, sunless environment of Aneka's Island is a breath of fresh air. Though he's following close behind, you feel like you can relax a little bit. The world is more familiar. You're back on your ship. You're back in the waters that you've plied before. And you feel a little bit more in control. Even as you look over the back of the deck, Lucilla, you see the pale prow behind, and somehow magically pulling, and from where and how you don't know, but pulling fog to go with it. The ship's obscured in this fog. You only see portions of it from time to time. And it's an odd sight, considering that the rest of what you see out on the ocean is sunlight. Soft white clouds drifting overhead. Dolphins chasing the bow of your own watercraft. It's an odd kind of yin and yang visual. But you are in front and you are sailing on at a good clip. Someone go ahead and roll a d20 for me for this day of travel.
I refuse, considering what my previous 2 rolls have been. Hey, well done. He's broke 15.
Okay. Hisik, for the majority of this day, you're down in the hold. Either down in the hold, or sometimes you'll take a break and go out for a breath of fresh air. But you bring your maps with you, and you're scouring the coastlines. Large ports, medium ports, small ports. You're just looking for anything that resembles Skullport. You're looking for the verbiage. You're looking for strange land formations on the map. Anything that might give a clue. And after a tiring day's search on maps and charts, you're confident that Skullport isn't, at least on this map, along the coasts. You can't find anything to sail to directly. This, in your mind at least, helps confirm that what you were seeing is not a large cave off the coast level, like at sea level or anywhere close. You become fairly confident that what Hiss saw in her scry was part of the Underdark, an underground either sea or lake. That, it seems, is accessible by boat of some kind.
Did Hiss say where she used to live with her dad? Like, do we have that
Maybe.
info? I don't remember, and I don't want to make
Yeah.
don't want to unveil part of her backstory without Chip being here.
Hiss does know where she comes from.
Good for him.
Because I'm just thinking, if they all came from Greyhawk, then there's every chance that he's maybe not been traveling for that long.
Yeah, I don't want to say yay or nay.
Yeah, I know. I'll look at my notes. I just have a feeling that's something that we haven't even thought to ask. So, find in document, Dad.
Let me see.
God, I forgot how long my old notes are. Give me 2 hours. Then I'll know for sure.
So, music's gone. There we go. The day passes fairly uneventfully. The sun drops low on the horizon. The wind picks up a little bit, but it feels cool against your skin as the night appears and stars become visible, twinkling in the sky above. The pale prow becomes all but invisible behind you. The only thing letting you know that it's still there, perhaps a half mile behind, is the odd fog that seems to follow you. Every now and again you'll see the telltale sign of a lit lantern walking across the bow from time to time. That's awesome, bud. Is there anything you guys want to talk about or do?
Feel like Lucilla's in a fucking mood today. If anyone else sees her, it just looks like she is doing everything with clenched teeth.
Clenched Braden teeth.
Yeah. This is the angriest you've ever seen, Braden. He's a grumpy boy.
Let's take a quick 5-minute break
Sounds
for
good.
snacks and bathroom breaks, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Hey, it's working now.
All right, sorry, I'm back.
As am I.
Back to-
Why is my Discord closed? Charlotte.
He's playing with the cat.
Yeah. Hey, Brett. I guess one of my questions that I have is, after all this time, I have yet to be offered a voice acting job for an old coot in one of your video games. Any old coot will do. I'll just phone it in. So just just keep in mind.
Yeah. We normally when we bring actors in, they have to do multiple roles.
I can do so many old coots.
So many old coots.
If you have like a Korean RPG that involves an adventuring party of old men, I'm your guy. I'll do them all.
Nice. I had a session on Wednesday actually, but it was mostly returning characters. No old
No old
coots.
coots.
Alas.
Are you there when they do the voice acting sessions?
Yeah, I either am there in the studio or I'm there on like Skype or Teams or something like that to give them context, help them with any weird pronunciation, and then give them a little coaching as well. So we usually do like 2 takes per line, and I'll choose which take we use. I'll work with. So there's the engineer that's there as well.
Yeah.
And she lets us know if there's any like a mic pop or a sound issue, or if it's over the duration that we need or anything like that. Yeah, so I usually help them through yeah. So that's actually really fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Do you like yell at people?
Do I yell at people?
Yeah. Too long, Matt Mercer.
Come on. What are you doing?
Jeez. More feeling.
What's this about, Matt Mercer?
I need to believe it. Take me to the
Brad-
cliffs of Dorne.
Brad's asking if I yell during while directing voiceover sessions.
Oh,
The answer, of course, is yes, all the time.
Yeah.
It's the only way I communicate.
Hello,
Hello, Zank. Good to see you again. How was your week? Tell me.
I don't care.
You call his brother.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Just bring a little bit of his aggression into the voice acting space. That's really cool, though. You did that recently, didn't you? You said something, I think, when we
did
played
that
last
on
time.
Wednesday. I did that on Wednesday. Yeah, I went
Yeah.
up to LA and directed a session. Yeah, we can't afford to work with any of the Critical Role folks anymore, but we still
No.
still work with a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
Have you
voice
worked with
actors.
Critical Role people before?
Yeah, I mean, early on, Matthew Mercer did some voices for us. Erika Ishii, I've worked with her. She's really talented.
Cool.
What's his name? The guy with the who joined recently.
Dorian guy? Guy who plays Dorian?
Yes. Why am I
Robbie.
blanking on his name?
Robbie.
Robbie.
Robbie
Yeah.
Damon.
Yes.
They all seem so cool.
He seems very nice.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just seems nice.
I think he came to, was it May Comic Con or was it the one before? I don't know, but he came to one of them and was just really chill and meeting up with all the Critical Role cosplayers. He seemed really nice.
Was it hard to get him to take off his fanciful hats to put on like a headset?
That's where the voice acting is held. It's in the
It's
hat.
in the hat.
Yeah. Well, when he worked with us, that was before I was directing the session, so I actually never met him personally. But I could pull up audio files that he's done. And then I was actually so I didn't they did their second season of last week they did their second season of the what's the not Daggerheart but the other RPG that's sort of more
Mitts?
kind of steampunky.
Oh,
The one they just made?
Something.
Yeah, the one they just
Yeah,
made.
Candle
Obscura.
Obscura.
Candela
Candela
Obscura.
Obscura. So there's someone that I didn't watch the whole thing, but there's someone on there named Zara Fazil who I've worked with before, and she's great.
That's a
So
really
it doesn't-
cool name.
Yeah, it's like an Arabic or Persian name, I want to say.
Oh, I know who she is. She was on one of the prequel episode stuff they did too, I think. Oh no, like the standalone with Dorian. Like Dorian had like his own little story. I think she played a
Oh, really?
character.
Got it. Yeah, she voiced a couple pretty major characters for us and had to do some real like emotional stuff. There was one part, so she voiced these two very different characters, and at one point we didn't realize this was going to happen, but down the road she had to do a scene where she was like talking to herself. And we're like, oh my gosh, we didn't realize, like, sorry, we didn't realize this was going to happen. But she was great, and she pulled it off. Yeah,
That's
she's a really
really cool.
she's a really good actress.
I don't know if you're able to disclose, but like you said, you can't afford Critical Role guys anymore. Like, how much are those guys asking for
Good question.
Well,
a
it's
gig?
Or do you just know that you can't afford them?
That I don't know. It's more like we request a cast through the voiceover recording studio, and the studio reaches out to the actors on our behalf. So in some cases, it's because our game is a non-union game, and so they only work like union jobs, or it's a matter of cost. Because there are some actors, they aren't supposed to, but they work non-union and union jobs, even though technically, they're not supposed to do that. But they're like, I got to pay my mortgage, so it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to turn down work,
Right,
that
yeah.
sort of thing. But in terms of the exact rate, I'm not sure.
It's really cool that you work in the industry.
That's so cool.
But actors usually have a 2-hour minimum, so even if we only work with them for like 30 minutes, they still
Right.
get paid for 2 hours, which seems like a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
But then you have to remember they're looking for work all the time, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think of it similar to tattoo artists. Like, it takes the same amount of setup and effort and learning to do these things, to do a tiny tattoo as it does to do a bigger one. So, like, you've got to pay a minimum amount for it to be worth their time and effort to do it in the first place. So, yeah, it
Dost
makes sense.
thou have a tattoo?
No, I like tattoo artists.
Neither do I.
And I wish I did, but I just feel like I'm too indecisive.
Same.
And I think if it's gonna be a big deal, and you're gonna be upset if you think about it too hard and it's not what you want, you maybe shouldn't get one.
Yes.
I
Well,
mean,
my thing
you'd
is,
hate it anyway, Brad. I'd
if
want
I
to get
can't-
Bumblebee tattooed, so
Bye-bye.
yeah.
Well, hey, let's talk about bumblebees for a minute. Bumblebees
you
are
don't want
fine.
to talk about tattoos more.
Raise your hand if you've been stung by a bumblebee.
No.
Nobody
They can
says
sting?
that.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. They're big and they're fuzzy and they're cute. And
They are.
they float around and they go from bee to bee. And when you're swimming in the pool, there's never a bumblebee to be found. They know their market and they stick to it. They're very admirable creatures. It's the quote-unquote humble honeybee that's the big problem. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Bee for
so raise your hand
tattoo.
if you've been stung by like a different kind of bee.
Nope.
No.
You don't have bees in the UK.
yeah, we don't have them.
Do you really? You don't have like honeybees in the UK?
Yeah, we have honeybees.
You've never been stung by a honeybee?
No, I've only been stung by a wasp,
Ugh.
and that wasn't even in England. That was on holiday.
Yeah, but that was probably your fault. I mean, let's be honest.
Wow,
I'm just
so
kidding. I'm
mean.
kidding.
So mean to like 12-year-old Charlotte. Jesus Christ, you just mind your own fucking business.
You know what? You were in his territory. You know what? This-
In the middle of the fucking ocean.
How are you getting stung in the middle of the ocean?
It was on the boat. It
Okay,
found
alright.
It found me and it stung me.
It was
Its nest
probably...
was probably in the boat. Yeah.
That's true. Or it was a honeybee in disguise.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that sounds plausible.
They're known to do it. Anyways, back on topic. I don't even know where we were.
I don't know.
I just reviewed Hiss's backstory stuff.
Oh, okay. I think we were first day of travel.
First day of travel. It's the nighttime.
Lucilla's grumpy. You asked if anyone wanted to do anything.
I think Vanya would ask around, just among the crew, to see if anyone knows how to paint. So theoretically, we made a mural. It wouldn't just be her.
Do we don't have a crew, do we?
Not really. It's and by not really, I mean no. It's just you guys.
Then, yep. Alright, you four, and if you know how to paint.
Wait, paint? What's going? What? We're painting a mural. So
For
confused.
Vogan, theoretically.
Oh, okay.
For the sanctuary, if we
A sanctuary.
dress up the ship enough, maybe it'll work. Does Tara know how to paint?
Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong spell here.
Is she an artist?
Paint
I
isn't
could put it
really
in chat.
medium.
I'm looking at it right now. Sanctuary.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no real guidelines. Yeah, so you could do it in any number of ways. But anyways, Vanya asks if anyone can paint.
I feel like Lucilla would have some painting ability based on her background. But did it a long time ago.
Okay.
But yeah, she'll come over like, I can help if you want. Might be giving me something to distract myself.
Alright. Good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna keep up with my divine interventions, see if on one of these days it will work. But I think it's good to have it in the back pocket. We can at least start.
Yes, let's spruce up the place. Like, do we even have paints?
Oh, that's a point. Probably not.
No.
We have big paint set thing in our loot.
Do we?
Magic pigment thing.
Where the hell did we pick that up?
Oh, maybe I'm confusing games.
I think you might be.
Have a deck of many things.
Click.
Click.
No.
Hate it. I hate it. We've got. Yeah, we don't actually have any paints.
Alright.
Oh, no, I've got an idea. This may not work. This may look really shit. But what if I tried to use Lightning Lore to do a wood branding?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a
his
good.
has-
All
And
right.
his has fire. Like, she can make a little blowtorch with her finger.
Let's not light the ship on fire.
Let's just douse it in seawater first.
Just trying to think if prestidigitation does anything. No, illusory image that lasts until next turn. Yeah, no. If I can use like a combination of lightning lore and prestidigitation to like try and do wood branding and make sure it doesn't catch on fire as I'm going. That would be swell.
Okay.
This is how we lose the ship.
Hiss could even, like, use like a sword or a piece of metal and use her, like, cantrips and spells to like heat the sword up and use that as a
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
brand.
we can do that.
That sounds relatively safe.
Does it?
What do you need?
Wood brand.
Your stomach?
We
Your
might have
head?
to do something simple. Because originally my poor art skills had at least one vague idea.
Hey, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Hold on. Did something get posted?
Yeah.
But like, I was imagining it obviously a mural, so pretty. That's the break reference.
Hey, you can make some really pretty wood burning.
Compass
That
is
actually
the
looks like
lightning
something
bolt.
I think that would be
lend itself well
fantastic.
to wood burning, yeah.
'Cause I've seen people do really intricate kind of map-looking things, so I feel like that fits the vibe.
We just need to find a circular saw, put the circular saw on, and trace it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
And
That looks awesome. So where would you
Definitely.
want to put that on the ship?
I think it would be on the back deck. That is room.
On the back deck.
Let me see
Like
if
on the
it's
floor
here.
up here?
Yeah.
Or like on the wall here? Well, not really, because
Oh, I
there's a bunch.
forgot there's a wall.
Yeah, there's a bunch of doors, so it'd probably
Yeah,
take.
I think I'd
much
just
room.
put it on the ground so I can meditate on it.
Sweet. Okay. Is that what you want to do right now?
I guess it's night, so we'll probably wait till the next day, but when we
Okay.
have sunlight.
Oh yeah. Let's not do it in the dark.
I have a suggestion.
Uh-huh.
So this is the whatever we use a steer, right?
Yes. It's a
Uh.
wheel. It's not.
Oh,
just
it's
a
not.
little-
It's not. the rudder. Okay, if it was a rudder, I was thinking paint it in the orientation that when we are traveling north, the end of it would be pointing north. It indicates our direction of travel.
That would be cool.
I've been talking about it like it's a wheel pretty much the whole time. It's kind of
Okay.
strange that like a big old ship would have like an oar you pull
A little
back
itty bitty
a tiller
itty bitty
actually is
rudder.
what it's called, a tiller.
tiller.
There you go. Yep. Just no worries.
Sorry, bud. That's a great idea.
You mentioned a wheel house as well. No worries.
Yeah, so I guess maybe we spend the evening planning out the design.
Yeah, we can use chalk to like sketch it out ahead of time.
Okay, yeah. So you guys go ahead and do that. Spend your evening doing that. And it's kind of a wholesome moment. The two of you on hands and knees, just drawing on the wood, erasing lines, perfecting them, deciding what the design is. Hisset comes up, takes a peek.
So I'm proficient in calligraphy.
Oh,
Part of my
hell
Oh,
yeah.
That'll help.
so
So Hisset comes up and looks at your lettering and is like, well, that's good, guys. I mean, it's good. But I have a few suggestions.
Okay, if you can do better, why don't you do it? And then he does it, and it's amazing. Oh, okay. Shut my mouth then.
So you guys get down and start, as a team, start working on this. And you get into it so much that your ship goes awry a little bit. And Lucilla has to like,
What?
pop up and like, oh, shoot!
Shh.
Put back on course. Tara, do you get in on the action?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Tara would have some lightning tattoos on her person somewhere.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
So she would kind of try to do stuff that models like that. You can kind of see on her face she has like these. Well, let me show you that picture. She has these. Oops.
Yeah, and as you're like you go up and you see them working on this project, this whole thing has been a whirlwind for you. From being your ship smashed, and being sent afloat in the ocean, being picked up by this strange collection of individuals and being kind of thrust into an adventure unlike any other you've experienced or really heard of. And regularly questioning yourself, like, why am I here? Like, what am I doing here? But seemingly not either being able to or not choosing to find a way out. It's kind of hard to find your place here, but as you go up onto the deck, you see this crew kind of working together, finding their place in the design of this sigil. You find that you, strangely enough, have a niche to fill, and you start directing them towards some of these tattoos as they're like sitting there like trying to draw out this lightning bolt, and it's just not coming out right. You show them the tattoos that you have and provide inspiration, and perhaps you begin asking, why are they even, like, what's the lightning about in the first place? But you kind of join in, and you guys spend the evening designing this thing. So, but eventually, the design comes together. You're tired. It's time to get some sleep, and you retire to your rooms. Is there anything else you'd like to do this evening?
I'll stay on the top deck and do my trancing and keep the ship on course.
Okay. The night passes, and the sun rises the next morning on a calm sea. Someone else roll a d20 for me. Okay.
The girlies aren't doing well with the rolls today.
No.
So, did you want to roll for your inspiration, Vanya? Now or some other time or at all?
Yeah. No, let's do it. Come
Okay.
on, Logan.
So,
That's the shit.
Oh my god. Increment by increment.
So I was going to say that due to your work the previous night, you're feeling inspired and connected, in particular, with Vogan. And so I was going to give you advantage on the roll, which I don't know. It's more of a disadvantage in the sense that you're picking the lower of the two rolls. But I was going to let you roll twice and then pick the lower of the two.
Ah!
So, you're...
Brad.
What? Hello? Yes? Someone said Brad and I didn't.
Yeah, Chip,
No, I think
Chip, if you're listening to this, she rolled an 83, and then she rolled a 2 out of 100.
It worked. The broski is getting me my beer.
That's right. A flash of lightning
taken a
and a ice cold beer mug appears in the center of the deck. Another flash, and it's full. but it's just Coors Light, so very broski-ish. No, so in the early morning light, as the sun is peeking over a largely cloudless sky, though there are puffy white clouds on the horizon. You look behind you, Vanya, as the sun rises. That's not behind you. Really, it'd be to your right.
Can we say that after I did my 4 hours rest, I've just been wood burning in the design while everyone else has been
Sure.
sleeping?
Yeah, you're working it. She comes up. You come up, Vanya, and you see that Lucilla is on hands and knees, burning in this design with her lightning lure, excuse me. Doing what she can to kind of get this thing squared away. You have a drink of water in your hand and you quaff it, put the cup down, and as Lucilla is working on the design, you kneel down in the middle and you began praying towards Vogan. And there's no response. And there's no response. Hold on one second.
Gonna die.
Sorry. So, and nothing happens. And you're frustrated. You've tried to cry out to him multiple times. You've saved him from another plane of existence. From prison, from being imprisoned by a being of great power. Why doesn't he answer your calls? And you cry out again in prayer and in frustration. And at the height of your scream, you hear this peal of thunder, as if the lightning was right above you. And it startles you. Your eyes open. And you look to the edges of the horizon. And you see dark clouds in all directions, darkening the sky. They're rolling and moving at an incredible speed, and you watch when you hear lightning off in the distance, thunder in the distance. You see flashes of lightning like you've never seen. Tara, you're just now coming out onto the lower deck, and this is what you see. You watch as these black rolling clouds swoop in, and they almost collide like a wave, meeting above your ship, swirling around, colors of purple and black, shades you never knew existed, swirling together. And then, again, far away on the horizon, you see a flash of lightning that shoots across the sky from east to north in front of your ship, then from north to west, then back all the way east. And you watch as it's bouncing from cloud to cloud, and it's traveling all over the sky in such a manner that you're able to see it. And in a flash, you watch as it travels an insane distance to appear just above your ship. And from that point, you see lightning spread out in all directions, in all the directions of the compass, reaching out to the edges of the horizon, and in a chaotic show of force and light. And then it retracts. And there's this crash of thunder, and a bolt of lightning that makes you look away smashes down right in front of you on the sigil. Everyone present on the deck closes their eyes and shields their eyes with their arm, but it doesn't matter. The light seems to penetrate whatever you're using to cover. It's so bright. Eventually, you're able to look up. You don't even remember being thrown, but all of you are thrown back against the balustrades. And you look up, and in the middle of the sigil that is now perfectly and permanently carved in the deck of the ship, you see Vogan, standing in all of his glory. 8 feet tall, eyes ablaze, hair flowing behind him. You hear just like the sizzle of wood as it's like burning and almost like contracting and expanding with the heat. There's the overwhelming stench of like burned ozone as he stands before you. My priestess, you called, and here I am.
Really, you came. Look, Bogan. I can't think of any place that's more holy to you, apart from your own island, than a ship right under the sky, in the middle of the ocean. I know you wanted me to go out and spread the word, and I can't think of a better way than a traveling temple.
He takes 2 monstrous steps forward and kneels in front of you. Even so, he towers above. This is why I chose you. You embody the storm. The storm is not in one place, but is all over the world at once, in many places and in no places. The storm affects all who see it. Your ship is the perfect temple. Your reasoning is sound and proves my choice correct. He stands up, walks to the helm, and takes hold of it. And you watch as lightning starts spinning around his arms, coming from him directly to the ship. This shouldn't be possible. Wood is a terrible conductor of electricity. Doesn't seem to matter. As lightning spreads out from the helm, out to the banisters left and right, you watch as it courses all over the ship, to the front, to the bow, to port, to starboard, to aft, up the masts. And you watch as intricate runes of a language unknown to you begin to be inscribed and burned into the ship itself over every surface that's exposed. intricate designs of lightning, cloud, and thunder. And in a flash, it's over. The lightning's gone. He takes his hand from the helm. He turns to you. This ship is my word. My story is written here, and it is the birthplace of those who would worship me. And it is your home. He turns, kneels once more. I'm sorry I've been distant. I have been seeking those who have passed while I was imprisoned. Their souls have either been lost or stolen from me. And it has taken all of my time, my energy, my power to locate them. And I have found them.
You have. Like Gore, you have.
I have found him. But at the moment, they are unreachable. They are in the Nine Hells. I seek a way to free them. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, be careful. I'm sure you know this already, but Atropus he's everywhere.
He seeks to devour our world. And there are restrictions that keep me from being able to meet him directly. It falls on you and the others of this world. But take heart. He's not here yet, though his avatars seem to infiltrate every corner. There is time to prepare. There is time to gather forces. For when he arrives, you will need them. He stands and turns. Now I must go. I must find a way to retrieve the brothers and sisters that are trapped in the hells. And when I have found a way, I will need you. And your followers. And when he says this, he looks at Hiss and Terra, Lucilla. Before I go, is there anything else you would ask of me?
I'm not a follower, but I do have a question. Might you know where Skullport is? We could take the storm where it never has been.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I think you said ask where Skullport was so we could take the storm where it's never been. Right?
Yes.
Oh, no. Yeah.
He ignores you.
Does Vanya have to ask? Is he that petty? No, I'm sorry. I only listen to things that my chosen. I only listen to my chosen's words. It sounds better coming from her.
I mean, yeah, he obviously isn't responding to his yeah. We are pursuing a lead currently. It's leading us to a place called Skullport. Have you heard of it?
Bring me a chart.
Get a
Is it?
chart.
Run! Get a chart!
Oh, I've got to find the fucking maps. Me and Hisik run about as fast as we can with our combined monk and rogue speed, trying to find fucking charts and lay them out. Yes, because you're not your words don't mean anything. You're not Vanya. You're not cool enough. None of us are.
I know, that's just so sad, and she's kind of like, so bro, you know where it is? Like, yeah.
Like,
So,
it's gonna go to her head.
So, you go and run and get a chart and place it down on the deck. And he reaches down. Give me a second here. Give me 1 second. This is hard to read. Gosh darn it. Why is this so impossible to read? What?
Good old SpongeBob meme, courtesy of Brett.
Okay, so he doesn't give you a name. Because at the moment I don't have one. Hold on. Okay. So he shows you on the map a canyon with a river running through it. This canyon is a passageway, basically. Not a passageway, but a route between what are called the Klatspur Range, and it's the Yaddle Mountains. So,
Interesting names.
yes. He says that there's an entrance somewhere in that canyon. And that Skullport is underneath the Yaddle Mountains. That's why ATIL.
What was the first place you said?
Klatspur Range?
Yes, CLATSPUR.
Yes, I got it.
It's basically like north and west. A decent ways north and west of Greyhawk. You have to pass over the kingdom of Fur Yonder.
God.
So I'll drop a location where it is.
Thank you.
And with that, he stands, walks to the sigil, and you watch as he says goodbye. And he fills with light, and he turns into lightning once more. Hits the clouds above, and he spreads out, lightning bolts in all directions, bouncing to the horizon and beyond, and the clouds go with him.
Lucilla's gobsmacked.
Yeah, Tara just curses kind of in like under her breath in Orcish, like, what the hell was that?
We didn't tell you that we didn't. We gotta love that part out, didn't we? Yeah.
It worked.
I didn't know you could actually just do that. I didn't. Whew.
Honestly, it was way more than I expected.
Can I check my sword?
Yes, you can check your sword.
It was lightning.
It's practically thrumming with energy.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know what to say. You know, last time lightning got that close to my face, terrible things happened, so this is much better.
I just can't believe you worked. He's responded before. Like, I've heard his voice. He's even sent me visions, but oh my gosh. We have a temple, a floating temple. So yeah, sorry, Lucilla. I think you're stuck with me for a while.
Stuck with you? You're the best thing that's happened to this crew in... Yeah, you are baffling in the best way. And I'll just look over at all the runes burnt into the sides of the ship. I mean, if something that can do this has chosen you, you can't have done that many things wrong.
But we know, now we know where Skullport is. We know Gore is in the Nine Hells for some reason.
And all of the lost souls with him. That sounds like a lot. I'm glad it's him trying to figure that out and not us, considering he said Atropos is our problem.
But that we have some time to gather allies. Which is more than we could have said before.
Yeah. I'm just gonna rub my eyes. I feel like I didn't actually... I don't know what a dream is, I don't have them. But this feels like one. This is so implausible.
Like a 1 in 100 chance?
Yeah,
12 in 100 chance?
just like that. Yes, exactly.
Ugh, no, I hope Karis saw that.
Oh, I hope so too.
Yeah, that's a great,
The vampire's just hanging out behind, like...
What the fuck?
Yeah, you turn and look, and the ship is like on the horizon, just like sailing away. We gotta get out of here.
Well,
Pearlheart
if
be hanged.
if that ship can have its own clouds, who's to say we can't have ours? I suppose.
Well put.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, Tara was just going to say, I have no idea who Gore is, or I don't understand half the things you just spoke about, and I still can't get used to you using your normal voice when you look like that idiot. But I'm assuming these are all good things.
Gore was our previous captain. When I said earlier that Brayden took over, I did take over. I wasn't always the captain. And he's, as far as we know, running around being possessed by an ancient apocalyptic deity or creature, entity, something. Yeah, we now know his soul is in the Nine Hells. This is what you've gotten yourself into, Tara. Welcome to the crew.
She's just going to kind of shake her head and go walk to the side of the ship to see what the other ship is doing. See if the clouds have dissipated. See what's going on.
Yeah, so you notice that the clouds are gone. It's just a normal day. The same. Well, the puffy clouds kind of on the horizon are gone. It's just a clear day. Vogan has taken them with him. Although you do notice that as you just kind of look around and you're expecting these really intricate carvings, wood burnings in the ship and the masts, that they almost just make your mind hurt as you're trying to look at them. You're not really even trying to discern them. They're just otherworldly, although you do feel drawn to them. You look up the mast, and as you're kind of looking at the cross beams of the mast, you see what appears to be clouds that are forming and hanging about the ship's upper heights, up towards the crow's nest, the crossbars, the rigging high up. You see soft white clouds that basically form and hang above the ship. And as you move, they are moving with the ship. But as you look over the edge of the ship, you do see another rowboat coming your way. In your distraction, you've noticed that the Pale Prow has kind of pulled up a little bit more alongside you, parallel to your ship, and is sending a rowboat over.
Looks like we have visitors.
Here's what I'm going to say. Because you guys are moving, that's not what happens. You watch as the ship is pulling up next to you and is angling to come in closer to you. Like, side to side. And as it's doing that, you notice that Karis is standing along the railing, along as Ineka. And a couple of, robed individuals. Just two. It's Karis, two robed spawn, and Ineka himself.
Just give a little cheeky wave of nonchalantness, like, hello, good morning.
As they pull in close, Ineka, or a couple of the spawn, get aboard, and they slide it across, railing to railing, and Ineka and Karis start walking over nimbly, along with two vampire spawn. And you watch, and one of them is Ixley. And the other is one you do not know. You do not recognize. You may have seen them about the mansion, but it's not one that you know that has a name, or at least you know. And when that happens, the board is pulled back across, and the Pale Prow pulls off again. Ineka sidles up to you, Captain Braden. Now, what was that?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, First Mate. I think that was something called a divine intervention.
Welcome to the Temple of Vogan.
It's something we've been wanting to do to the ship for quite some time, but we've had it taken from us on multiple occasions, so...
He goes, Vogan? I haven't heard that name in a very long time. I thought he was dead or gone.
Gone? Yes, for a time. Dead? No. And 100% back.
Don't worry, it's just a blessing on the ship and a little help with some directions. Nothing you need to be concerned about.
He looks around the ship at the same markings and inscriptions. You are all full of surprises. Did this god give you any new insights?
Yeah, we've got a pinpoint location right now. So, we're all good to go.
It's far. We're all gonna be together for a nice long time.
I'll look
Oh.
specifically... Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll look specifically at Karis. We're really gonna get to know each other.
Well, that is what I'd love to happen. And I thought perhaps
What was that, Kat?
a stay on the ship would accomplish that. Kurt, you said something,
Yeah.
I missed it, but
Yeah, sorry, Kat. Your mic is sometimes hard to pick up.
He asked in chat, does Ineka look normal?
roll an investigation check.
Oh, good point. Good point. This is when you just see a little bit of sizzling. But he's just too cool to show it.
Yeah,
The one
Yeah,
who-
is it-
roll
is his
a
hair-
perception check again. Perception? Yeah, perception. That's fine.
Yeah, do all of us have a little bit of static in our hair? Like, is it a little like... psst?
Yeah,
Or is it-
you're all standing around trying to look really tough, but it's just
Are we
like
like twitching every
But our
couple
hair is,
seconds?
like,
We just twitch like.
you look like who's the guy from Home Alone who gets electrocuted?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Gosh, why can't I
Not
remember
just
his name?
not Joe Pesci, but the other one.
Yeah,
The other one.
yeah.
Poor guy. Just not Joe Pesci, that's what he's known as.
Gosh, the Wet Bandits. I can't
Yeah.
remember their names.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Is it Daniel Stern?
Well, I don't know the actor. I just need the
Oh.
character's name.
Well, you know the
'Cause I
character's
definitely
name?
don't know the actor's name.
It's Marv and Harry,
Marv,
whichever
Marv and
one is
Harry.
which.
That's
Oh.
right.
It's Harry. No,
Marv. Daniel
Marv.
Stern is Marv.
Marv.
I had to look
Come
it up.
on, Marv. Yeah, it's Marv. He looks considerably. He looks uncomfortable. He looks nervous. They both do. In fact, all of them do. I'm sorry. My young son is out here climbing on my gym
Oh.
equipment, and he tooted.
Multi-purpose.
Hold on, buddy. We're in a tense moment here. This is confrontation. But yeah, they do look uncomfortable. Whether they're in pain remains to be seen. Hey, Ro, can you help him? And go inside real quick, okay?
Dad needs to play make-believe.
That's right.
Being a
Pretend-
vampire,
yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
I'm being a pirate right now, okay?
Yeah, they understand.
You're being a pirate vampire.
Yeah.
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 There's nothing cooler.
Yeah, they look very uncomfortable. And the longer they're on the ship, they seem to get more so. Okay. Well, maybe you could just tell me where this location is.
I mean, we've had this same conversation quite a few times. If I do that, you can just take off. Who knows? Put a cannonball right in our ship and leave us to sink in the middle of the ocean. This way, I make myself useful.
The Karis and the other vampire spawn Ixley and the other vampire spawn start kind of strolling about the deck. Karis goes up on the near the wheel. All right.
We didn't put the maps away, did we?
Oh, boy.
This is all happening like while you guys are talking and conversing. Karis, once she gets to the back of the ship, starts looking at kind of far off on the not the horizon, but like behind the ship, and she calls out loudly and says, "Well, I don't think finding the Pearl Heart is our biggest problem. Look," and she points off behind the ship.
Oh no. I'm gonna head straight to the back.
Yeah,
Okay.
what do we see?
You run up the steps and look to the back, and you see a wake behind your ship. Two lines of a wave shaped in a V formation, extending back farther than they have any right to. And in the middle of it, you see, just below the surface, a dark shape that is much larger than it has any right to be. Someone roll a nature check.
Fucking not me.
Tara can
Like,
do it.
yeah. that's
Tara.
It's Tara's thing.
Very good.
What is happening?
You guys are the worst rolls ever. It's alright.
And the good ones are staring us in the face.
I know. Multiple times today. I
Yeah.
don't even think those two are the only times. So, as you're looking out the bow of the boat, legends come to mind. Stories told to scare you into venturing too far from the forests of your home. Legends that told of a large, of sea monsters, of creatures of great size and power. You don't know exactly what this is, but you imagine that this creature is of a size to spawn such fairy tales, such stories, and it's fast approaching your ship.
Shit.
And Tara in particular, your heart just starts beating faster with the remembrance of what happened to your last ship on the sea.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Can someone remind me what weaponry we have on the ship?
I think we have ballistas, is it?
Yeah, I think you have one on the front. I don't remember if he had two. I know it's not on the map, obviously, but
Yeah, we have Isaac. He's our biggest weapon.
but I'm fairly confident you bought one ballista at least. That was that you bought in Salt Marsh,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on the front.
Yeah, ignore that. I was scrolling and I clicked something.
Can the ballista fire downwards? Or is it more of an across kind of thing?
It's an across thing, but you could fire
Mm.
backwards. You can turn it and fire backwards.
Alright, I'm gonna point out to Hisik, Terran, Vanya. Maybe not Hiss, for reasons that are obvious, that they might want to try and turn the ballista in the right direction, see if they can get a shot at this thing. But I do that in Brayden's voice.
All right. Well, what do you say? Sorry.
You're gonna make me say it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Terra, Hissik, Vanya, Ballista.
Let me hit.
Might not hit, but it's the best shot we got. And I will keep an eye on this thing with my captain's spyglass.
Is there
Okay.
anything else? Do we have barrels or something we can dump into the water? Maybe to distract it or slow it down a bit? I don't know how much leverage that would give us.
Depends on what it is.
We don't know what it is.
Not at the moment, unless someone else. Someone else could make a check.
Sure, a little hiss.
I wanted to make sure
Oh.
Suspicion in nature.
Well, Hiss does reading.
All right. So Hiss, go ahead and have Hiss do it. And who's going to the ballista up front?
How many people does it take to
Yeah.
man a
Like, you need
ballista?
someone to load and someone to fire, or
Yeah.
Yes. Someone to load and someone to fire. It needs 2.
yeah, Hissik can do it on his own. So I guess Vanya will go.
Okay.
I'll
So
stay at the wheel.
okay. So Vanya will go to the front. Hissik runs to the front. Tara, where are you at?
She's gonna look for like barrels, crates, things that we could afford to maybe throw overboard into the water.
Okay. Yeah. So you run. You start racing downstairs. So for now, are you? There are some stuff downstairs. What in particular are you looking to make the ship faster? Or are you looking to slow the thing down?
Slow the thing down. Like if it's going to try to eat us, maybe it'll eat a barrel for I don't know. Anything that like old foodstuffs in a barrel, crates or barrels that might bob in the water in our wake. Anything to distract it or give it something. If it's assuming it's like a predator that wants to eat us.
Okay. Yeah. Roll an investigation check real quick.
Okay. Yep.
Hey, at least we broke the cycle.
Yeah, I'd say you find there's like 1 barrel on the deck of the ship that you can find.
Awesome.
It's fairly empty. It's like an old food barrel, like you said. Has a little bit of a stink to it. And then those of you on the front, I imagine you guys are going to you're going to start loading that thing, correct?
Yes.
All right, give me a second here. So as all this is going on, Hiss is like peering between the uprights of the railing. And she walks to you, Lucilla, a moment later and tugs on your coat. Psst. Down here.
Yeah.
Bad news. It's pretty much the worst thing that we could find out here. And she leans in closer to your ear as she sees Ineka's kind of paying attention. It's a kraken.
Oh.
I'm gonna look at Ineka. You're gonna wish you didn't come back in the water. And I'm gonna push Hiss away from the very edge. Whatever you gotta do, make sure it's not right near this edge. It's gonna hit here first.
Okay. And Neka turns and he turns to you. On the contrary, it's interesting to see how you're handling the situation. All of a sudden, it seems that you have some command, some presence, buried under that blasé exterior. This is why I came. You're a mystery, Braden. A mystery I plan to unfold. And I
Good,
like
great.
what I'm seeing. As he says
yeah.
this, you look over at Karis and roll an insight check, please.
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh god. Why don't I suddenly know alphabetical order? Fuck's sake. Not my night. It's not my night. There's a fucking kraken! I don't have time for this bitch.
Surprisingly enough, you see a hint of jealousy cross her face.
Are you sure with a 1?
It's a 1?
Yeah,
I'm looking at the
thought,
second one.
Sorry, yeah, no, I thought I pressed it once and nothing happened, so I pressed it again. No, that's a 1.
Uh-oh. Nope.
I don't see shit.
You don't see anything.
Cool.
He turns to her and says to Ixley, who is marked here with a blue dot. Ixley, darling. Prepare for a fight. And he drops down to the lower deck, to the main deck there, as does the other one. Karis, it looks like we might have some fun. And he starts like rolling up his sleeves. And he pulls out, well, he doesn't pull it out, but you can see he has a rapier like attached to his belt. And they seem to prepare themselves up on the aft deck. Alright, so while this is happening, you guys see that this thing is closing the distance. It is faster than your ship at the moment. And you watch as the wake is getting closer and closer. Hisik, you load on this huge bolt onto the ballista on the front. Oh, hold on a sec.
Oh, that's a really cool gif. One of the kraken? I like that.
Man, this better not ruin my temple.
You've only just got it. Oh boy. Hey, it's blessed by him. We can't possibly fail.
Alright, so it's a +6 to hit with a range of 120 feet, or an outer range of 480. So I'll say in the time frame that it's going to take for this thing to catch up, you have, you're able to fire 5 shots at this thing.
Woo!
Nice.
That's a good start.
So you yell out, "Clear the aft!" As you swing, Vanya, you like, you swing the ballista around to fire out the back of the ship. Go ahead and fire that first shot. One of you, whoever's operating it. And it's Yeah, it's just a straight +6.
Okay, just
D20
D20
plus-
plus 6.
Or
What'd you say, Kurt? Sorry.
D20 plus 6 or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can take turns.
Sounds good.
Second.
11.
Flies. It flies wide over the creature. It misses.
19.
Second here. Can I do this? Come on. Stop doing that, computer. Da-da-da. My character shit. My character shit is not working. The 19 definitely hits, and you watch as the bolt dips between the water and smashes into something, and you can tell it hit because half of the bolt is sticking above the water. And in that moment, some of the kraken crests above the surface, and krakens basically have a large head. You see this huge head crest the surface. It almost looks like a large aquatic dinosaur head with a large mouth that opens and crashes beneath the waves. And as it does so, you watch as almost like a serpent, the back, it ripples. And at the very last, you see this huge, massive tentacles rise up above the water, smash down in the water, sending ocean spray everywhere. And it's just below the water, swimming in a serpentine motion, up, down, side to side, trying to catch up to you. Roll damage on the attack, which is 3d10s.
Oh,
Nice.
that's a nice start.
Okay, so 18. Alright, go ahead. That's your second shot. Go ahead and fire your next 3. That's going to be a 13, which misses. You have 2 more
What was
shots
that?
left. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What was that, Kurt?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too unwieldy for you.
Okay. After each subsequent shot, I think you have one more. The creature's getting closer and closer. As it's doing this, what's everyone else doing while it's getting closer? So I'll say for each shot is basically a round. What does everyone else want to do? 2 of you are firing the crossbow, which leaves Hiss, Terra, Karis, and the 2 spawns, and Ineka.
I
So
don't
we'll
think-
go. Here, hold on a second. Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Tara's gonna ask the others, do we have any barrels full of what do you call it? The black powder that explodes. Do we have anything like that?
Do we?
And Tara, I should note that you did throw that other barrel overboard, but the Kraken just ignored it.
Yeah, would we have gunpowder on board? Because we don't have cannons.
No, I don't think you do.
Unfortunately not the most explosive thing you're going... Actually, no. Brayden's voice. No, the most explosive thing you might get is some whiskey or some sherry in a barrel. It's the best we've got.
In that case, Tara will look to see if we have like long oars or pruning hooks or like fishing hooks, any like long, anything that can be used like a pole arm or a reach weapon. Sorry. That's not great.
Yeah, I'd say there's probably like a gaff hook.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
basically a 10-foot pole with a large hook on the end.
Okay.
It'd be like for pulling in fish that are caught, or whales, or things that were dropped in the water, things like that. It's a pretty standard
Okay.
like ship thing.
This last time I encountered a beast like this, it destroyed the entire ship. That's where you found me. Let's hope it doesn't do the same to this one.
We'll be fine. We're made of stronger stuff. And we're blessed by a god. We'll be fine. Also, we've fought one of these before, so...
Really? She kind of raises an eyebrow at that. So she'll try to position herself so that if this thing gets closer, if it starts reaching with tentacles towards the ship, she can try to attack the tentacles with the gaff hook.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so that's the first round. I'll say
I think Hiss is gonna have just her little teapot out.
okay. Okay, so I'll say in the time that it took to get close, how many times did you hit it, Kurt? Was it 3 or 2 or 3 times?
I hit it twice.
Okay, 18 and 26.
I rolled damage one time, but I wasn't sure if it was 15.
I thought you rolled damage. Looks 3d10, 26. It looks like you hit him for 26 damage on that last one.
Yes. Yeah, I assume the 15 hit. Yes.
Yeah, it did hit. Absolutely
But
hit.
Vodka rolled a 17. I'm sorry, a 23 to
Okay.
hit before I did.
I mean, they both...
Yeah, that's
They
fine.
both
Go
hit.
ahead. Well, because that's
Yeah.
5
They're
hits.
crits, it doesn't matter, so yeah.
No, I missed, and she missed once. We both missed one.
Alright,
I
I'm gonna
think.
go back here. Let me see here.
I rolled a 5 to begin with. She rolled a 13 and hit for
5.
18 damage.
13,
And
so
then-
she hit for 18.
Roll-
Then you rolled and
rolled.
missed. Then she rolled
So there's
and missed.
there's an extra roll in
Yeah,
there
there's
at
an
the
extra.
end, but both of them hit, so I don't...
Yeah, so roll
Doesn't
that.
matter,
26
just
is good
take
damage.
26,
You'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna... Let's not argue with the 26 damage. Let's not stare a gift horse in the mouth.
Alright.
I guess Seahorse.
Sam's here.
I'm trying to see if there's anything I can fucking do as a rogue.
Feed the Kraken.
Feeds crack. Yummy snack.
Alright, so as this thing continues to get closer and closer and starts taking all these mangonel hits, or these ballista hits, it's being peppered by these bolts that plunge into it. You watch as it takes the second hit and plunges beneath the ocean. Out of view. And you all rush to the sides, looking, peeking. Where is this thing at? And then from the front of the boat, you see this huge spray of water as a massive head plunges out of the water and smashes into your boat, lurching it to the side, and you watch as it has like tentacles on the front of its face, and they start wrapping around the ship, on the front, around the bow, around the carefully crafted what do they call it? Figure on the front of your boat, a remnant
No.
of a friend,
No.
and around your ship, you see massive tentacles just plunge out of the water, just snaking into the air, covered in suckers and grabbers at the end. And your ship just lurches and spins and comes to a halt. And I'm going to have everyone go ahead and roll initiative. But first, I'm going to clear it. So give me a second.
As the prep, could I have hidden?
Sure.
Sorry, I have to reload. It's showing like a tiny chunk of the map. Roll20 does not like it when you go to another tab.
Oh, I do that all the time.
It doesn't like it when I do it. Yeah, if I can like try and duck down beside hide behind the edge of the ship. Make me. Hallelujah! An actual good roll.
You have to, click on your token.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I tried to do hiss for that one. It's not.
Oh, can you maybe not click on her token?
Yeah, I'll do me.
Hold on. You can't click on her?
Yeah, for some reason, no, I can't click on hiss.
Hessick. Hessick's up first with the arrow peppering.
There you go. I've added you.
And then, yeah, so hiss, the first one I got was a 12, or I can go down.
What did he
You
get?
can change the initiative, can't you, if you click on it?
And
Yeah.
got a
Oh,
2.
you sure can. Nifty.
Always whisper. Okay. Okay. There's that. For now, we'll put you guys over here. Come on. There we go.
It's like Admiral Akbar's giant uncle.
It's true.
Cha-cha! You've fallen into my trap!
I hate it. Oh my god. Oh, the effect of it is really cool though. I like how it looks partially submerged.
Yeah, I drew this. I created everything.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Did I tell you I also made Roll20 too?
Then why isn't it better?
Well, you know,
Ignore that. I'm sorry.
it's not like
Sasha, I accidentally click on spells all the time. It's like so difficult to figure out what's letting you open it versus what's.
I know. I'm trying to
Putting
read
in
my
chat.
and then I'm like, oh. Clerics have so many spells, yo.
You do.
um,
It's fun, but it's a lot to remember.
I'm gonna put that there. Will it go off of the yeah, we'll go off the map one. I might have to put this over here. This guy. Come here, young lad.
Oh my god!
Sorry, I should have done this before.
No, I kind of like being surprised with it. And just how huge it is, oh my god, it's awful. Rebecca better pull its fucking weight.
I mean, we'll see. Yeah. And where else?
Guys, Ixley's with us. I don't know if this changes anything, but... Ah!
There we go. Alright, so obviously these tentacles are like down here, but they're in the same places up here, generally speaking. Alright, let me see here. Turn our settings. Is everyone in the turn order by chance? No, except for these guys.
I think it's just the NPCs not in it yet.
This one and
If there was ever a kind of battle to prove yourself in, I reckon a Kraken battle's one of them. Sure, Vanya can't like redial.
Yeah.
Actually,
Wait.
Broski way.
another beer.
Do you love their relationship?
The broski relationship.
The broski relationship, yeah. Bro.
Alright, everyone, I'm not gonna look. Can you tell me what they got? What did the Kraken get? You see?
No, we can't see it.
Kraken got a 10.
Wait.
10.11. It's right above Insect Plague, where
Oh.
You did.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Done. Cool.
I can't see any others.
I don't see any others either. Yeah.
Oh, come on. I totally added him.
I see Hisek and Ixley shooting longbows.
Okay.
Kurt, get off your previous character.
That was neat.
Alright, so Vampire Spawn got... Oh, good. It did... Boink. 20... I got 23. Karis, what did Karis get?
Dunno.
Yeah, it's not showing up for us.
I think you
Karis
did it
got a
DM only.
23-18. Also got a 23-18? What are the odds on that?
I don't know, that's cool though.
And the next
But-
18.
Yeah, you're right.
But
Matt.
we're better!
Alright, so descending. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not actually trying to defeat the Kraken, I'm just trying to make my sister feel bad.
That's
my real goal.
Alright, so I have the turn order. That's good. Alright. You hear Kurt? What are you doing?
You hear me?
Yep.
Am I here?
Gotcha. I gotcha. What are you doing?
This round I am going to shoot my short. Do I even have a bow? I don't think I have one anymore. Oh, there it is. Yes.
Nice.
Alright.
Wow.
So from where you're at, you have a tentacle pretty close to you in Vanya, and you pull out an arrow, pull back, and plunge it straight in, dealing 11 plus 6. You fire another arrow quickly behind it, doing another 12. So 29 damage. Okay, so you deal 29 damage to this thing. What else? What else do you do?
I'm gonna hold my bonus action. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? You want to move? You want to do anything?
I'll see where I'm. Yeah, no, I will use my. Since it's that close, I will use my disengage in the key.
Okay, and where are you running? Just put yourself where you're running.
Yeah, I just go back here to the max.
Okay.
Good.
So if you look, just note where the tentacles are. There's basically one
Yep.
here, here, and here.
Got it.
Okay, so if you are here, I'm going to put you down to the next level, which is right there.
Got it.
All right.
Yep.
You hear the thing roar in pain, and it lashes out at you with a legendary attack.
Oh, I don't know why I'm surprised. I shouldn't be shocked.
Oh, better let me... Okay, yeah. It's... You watch as one of these tentacles towering high above you starts coming down to try to smash you. A 22 to hit. Um,
Yeah.
okay, let me see here. I need you to roll a
Wait, it can't. Sorry.
dexterity save.
I,
Is it a
I,
strength save?
I disengaged, so it wouldn't be able to attack me this round. I,
Well, it wouldn't get an
although,
opportunity attack. This is a legendary action.
there. Okay, gotcha. What do you need me to roll?
Yes, please. I need you to roll. What is? It doesn't even say what the. It's gonna be. It's for a grapple, so it's gonna be a athletics check or a strength check.
To avoid a grapple, I have to be able to roll an acrobatics as well.
Absolutely. Then do that. It's not high enough. So as this tentacle comes down and smashes you, you take 19 bludgeoning damage. And you're grappled. And until this grapple ends, you're restrained.
Okay. Made a mistake.
Okay.
That's right where it wants me.
It's fine. We'll kill it before anything bad happens. For sure.
Lucilla, you're up. Captain Braden.
Ready to go. Since I'm hidden, I don't remember what I rolled on that, but it was pretty high. Yeah, 31. So since I'm hidden,
Okay.
is the tentacle over here close enough to be hit with a melee attack, or no?
Which one?
Is there one that's over here, or is it
No.
only on the
So if you
lower
want to
one?
check where they're at, look in the middle map.
Oh!
So where you, it would be right here. Is your closest one. Then here. Then here.
So is it close enough to stab?
If you run up to it.
I
It's
would like
basically
to.
at the edge. It's like right here on the outside of the railing.
Does running up stop me from being hidden? Really unclear on the rules for
No, I'll say no.
hiding. Okay. So then I will run up, and I'm gonna stab it.
All right, so you race forward and you stab it. You're gonna get sneak attack on it anyways.
Yeah, I think so, but yeah, I'm trying to. I took Elven Accuracy as a feat, and I realize I've not been using it, so that's more what the hiding's for.
Okay.
I didn't press sneak attack. I will click that separately.
With a 22, you definitely hit it. As you slide your rapier in, it goes straight to the hilt, dealing 27 damage.
And for my bonus action, I would like to crossbow attack. I am going to put a venom charge into this one. And I've got some +2 bolts. I'm gonna use them.
So it deals an additional... Oh, you do another attack. Yeah. So that definitely hits.
Yeah.
A 30. You pull out your crossbow, and it goes straight in, dealing another 9 damage.
Yeah. And I guess I will stay where I am.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, let me see here. It's going to use another legendary action. Let me see here. You watch as the tentacles start sparking. As 3 bolts of lightning start shooting off each tentacle. Um,
Just gonna look up at the sky. What the fuck, man?
so it can
It's cracking.
target a creature within 120 feet of it. It creates 3 of these bolts.
Holy shit.
It has him in 1. So, Lucilla, make a DC dexterity check for me, please. Dexterity save, I think.
Okay. Ugh.
Let me see here. Yeah, dexterity saving throw. That fails. Hold on. It doesn't roll damage, which is not super cool. I don't know why. You take 24 lightning damage.
Evasion.
Okay, so you take half.
To half that. So
Okay,
12.
so 12. Um.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can roll d6 to see who it attacks. Oh, it's going to attack Aneka. So the next one goes after Aneka. He's going to do a dexterity saving throw, which he passes. But he's going to take half damage as well, so he takes 12 damage from it. And then the next one is going to attack... Oh, it's going to attack him yet again.
Are we rooting for the Kraken?
He's going to do another dexterity save.
What if this was a failed attempt on Vogan's part to get anything
And-
to be his follower?
He fails that, so he takes 24. So 24, 35
Ouch.
damage.
That's pretty nasty.
As the lightning sizzles through him, he goes, ah! Oh, it's been a while. Creature, you are powerful, but you will pay. Next in the turn order is the vampire spawn. They screech and they start running. And they start running towards each tentacle, and they start running up the tentacles. So
Is this including Ixley?
yes. Prior to doing so, Aneka looks at each of them. Tear it to shreds. And so they do. They start running up on top of one in particular, and they each try to attack it. They just start tearing at it with their teeth. Excuse me, with their claws. So 4 attacks. 2, 3, 4. Only one hits. Seems like the flesh is rather tough, and you watch as Ixley finally, with this last blow, plunges his hand into the skin and tears out a big chunk. Alright, Karis is up. Come on. Oh, hold on. That's why it's like that. Gosh darn it. My roll 20 is being like super slow.
Ugh. But Brad, I thought you made this. Make it better.
Well, remember what I just said, which was my roll 20 is really slow. I wasn't talking about like my particular. I'm talking about possessively the whole thing.
All right, yeah.
So she runs up, and she starts clawing at one as well, just to keep it simple.
Visceral.
She runs up next to you, Lucilla, Captain Braden, and starts tearing away at that one. With 2 claw attacks, and she hits with 1. And you watch as she just like plunges her hand in, plunges the other hand in, and just rakes a huge chunk of flesh out, dealing 20 damage.
Ooh, not bad.
Okay. Tara, you're up.
Okay, so I assume that Terra is within melee range as well?
Yes, she
Or
absolutely
is
is.
she? Okay, in that case, she'll drop the gaffing hook and pull out her short swords and make a short sword attack.
Okay.
And she's going to kind of focus her eyes and... well, let me just do this first.
I just made a mess.
Oh no! One, that doesn't hit, but I'm concerned about the mess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're pressing matters here.
Your first attack misses.
All right, she'll try it again.
That one definitely hits.
Okay, so a couple things going on here that I'll share in the chat. One, she'll focus her attention on this creature and use favored foe to kind of, you see just her eyes like a predator just get intensely focused on this creature. And then the other thing going on here is this. Oops, that's not very good. It's the hunter ability that adds extra damage if it
Right, it's an extra
forget
D8.
it's- Yeah, exactly. So that's what.
And then, so you added your favorite foe damage to this?
Yes. So the 10
So it
is
should be
the
3
favorite foe.
D8s, ultimately.
I think it's just 1d6.
At 6th level, oh, 8, a D8 at 14th level, I'm sorry. So 2 D8s and a D6.
Right.
Bam. Yeah, you absolutely slash a huge gash in the tentacle.
And then she'll use a backhand for her bonus action. She'll use her left hand to attack with the other short sword.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Just in, it's like a ranger, it's like a ranger rage. It does miss. That's that backhand attack, offhand attack.
All right. And that's it for now.
Okay. So how much damage did you do? What was that?
17.
Okay. I think Vanya, you're next. No,
Says
Ineka's next. Um, All right, so you watch as he runs across the deck. He leaps down, runs across the deck, and up onto the other side. Actually, I don't think he has that much movement. That much movement does he have? He runs up next to the one that his spawn are next to. And he stands next to it, and you watch as he pushes his hands forward, and this dark ball of putrid energy apparates in front of him. And he pushes it out in front of him, and you watch as this dark energy swirls around the creature, and the skin just starts to rot and peel off.
Ugh.
And you watch as Aneka's face kind of screws up in a questioning look. Oh, you are stronger than I have heard. Interesting. Shall not save you. So, it does a lot of damage, but he takes half of it. So that's his turn, and Vanya's next. Doink. All right, Vanya, you're up.
She's sitting on Vogan's temple. She just takes a deep breath, grabs her holy symbol, thinks about the runes surrounding it, and then positioning it so that it's towards the back of the Kraken's head, so it won't catch party members. She's gonna try to put a Pillar of Dawn down.
Ooh. And where do you want this?
Yeah, I guess about here.
Basically right over where it is.
Yeah. Top of its big fat head.
Okay. What's the save? What kind? It's a
Oh, it's on. He'll make it.
con save? Well, we'll see. A 20. So he did make it, but he'll take half damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So let me know what that is.
Half of 28.
14. Okay. So as you focus on that point, this radiant energy pierces from the sky above and slams into the creature, and you hear it as it starts sizzling on its flesh. Now Hiss is up.
And Hiss is gonna do a Hiss patented move. And she's gonna cast Haste on Hisik.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hisik, you feel the overwhelming, it's almost like a drug, this feeling of speed and strength, energy come over you, and you look over and you see little Hiss on the aft deck, focusing her little hand outstretched towards you. And you give her a nod. Anything else from her?
No, she'll move her little teapot up, which has temporary hit points, so it's kind of close to Hisik and the party in the center there.
Okay.
I like to imagine she's like, go get him, champ.
Let me see here.
I think it's chamomile tea for you mentioned for temporary hitbox.
I still love that.
Maybe a nice matcha blend, maybe an oolong,
Oh,
Yeah.
or maybe an herbal tea, like you said. Yeah.
yeah. Does Chip have it written down? Does he have like the distinct T's written down?
No.
I was gonna say that would be so cute if he did.
Alright, so it's the Kraken's turn. He's gonna throw Hisik. I'm going to roll a direction. So he flings you. How far? 60 feet in a random direction and is knocked prone. If the thrown target strikes a solid surface, the target takes 3 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet it's thrown. If the target is thrown at another creature, that creature must succeed on a DC 18. Throw 60 feet.
It's a lot of feet.
Where are you,
Okay.
be, buddy?
No.
You're off the end of the boat.
Okay.
Alright, so the creature throws you, and you start flying through the air.
Okay.
But I don't think there'd be anything you would hit. And you fly off the boat about 60 feet.
Okay.
It's then going to use its other 2 actions to smash. Who hit it this turn? Everybody hit it this turn. It's going
Yeah.
to smash Ineka. The tentacle attack. Hits with a 35. And then Vanya, it's going to try and hit you.
What did I take for damage? Or
You didn't take any damage, you just swam into the water. Let me see here. So, I need you to roll a DC 18 check. It's going to be either athletics or what's here? Acrobatics, please. Alright, Vanya, you're grappled. You take 19 bludgeoning damage. And Ineka. Stats are all the way up here. He takes the same damage. He takes 18 damage, I'm sorry. But you watch as the tentacle smashes him, knocks him off the side, crushes his legs. He gets up, pulls him out. As it starts to wrap around him, you watch as he puts his arms out to either side. Lifts the tentacle off the ground just enough so he can scoot out from underneath it so it doesn't get him. Vanya, you are grappled.
Oh boy.
Alright. And with that, guys, let's call it for today. In the middle of combat. Still quite a bit to go, probably, so.
I was gonna say, this thing shoots lightning. It's fucking intense. It's cool though. I really like it.
Yeah, it's cool that you're fighting with vampires.
But it's bonding time.
On this turn, Vanya. Oh, Vanya, can you roll a concentration check for me, please?
Yes.
Just real quick. And then, does it have to make a save? Or does it just continue to take the damage?
Check. Yeah, most makes a saving throw whenever it ends its turn in the cylinder.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Well,
cool.
It's also not going to end its turn in the cylinder.
A what? Oh no.
Rude.
It unwraps from that portion and disappears underneath the waves. And out of that. But the tentacles still are out.
They're just that long.
Oh, he's like a titanic creature. He's absolutely ginormous. Alright, so we're gonna leave it here for today. And that'll be that.
Okay.
And